10 Stoic Truths to Stay Disciplined. Be honest. How many mornings start strong and get stolen by one ping? A text, a headline, a joke in the group chat, and your focus is gone. The world is engineered to hijack your attention, but your peace and power aren't lost. They're trained. Tonight we borrow 10 iron rules from Marcus Aurelius, built for plague, politics, and pressure, and forge a plan you can run tomorrow morning. Zero fluff, real drills, results you can feel by lunch. If you want respect at work, calm at home, and a mind that doesn't flinch, stay. Truth. One will flip your focus in the next 10 seconds. Section 1. Truth. 1. Control what you can, forget the rest. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Think about that for a moment. That next notification, that snarky coworker, that traffic jam, it only steals your peace if you hand it the keys. Most people live like hostages, reacting to every tone of voice, every headline, every interruption. But here's the truth. None of those things can touch your inner fortress unless you open the gates. Here's a drill. The next time you feel the urge to scroll or snap back, pause. Name 3 things you still control in this moment. Your breath, your shoulders, your next word. Do it once an hour, and you're rewiring the brain's reflexes. You stop being a puppet yanked by strings you never chose. Because real discipline doesn't start with willpower. It starts with awareness, the awareness that the world can tug, but you decide whether to move. That's the first truth. And once you grasp it, you'll see how it unlocks the next. Section 2. Truth. 2. Define the day before it defines you. Marcus Aurelius began each morning with a silent check-in. What is required of me today? Notice he didn't ask what might distract him or who might annoy him. He asked what was essential. Now, compare that with how most of us start. Reaching for the phone before we even stand up, scrolling other people's priorities, letting the news or an email dictate our mood. By the time we've finished our coffee, the day already belongs to someone else. The Stoic approach flips that script. Before you dive into the chaos, grab a notebook. Write down 3 outcomes that, if achieved, would make today a victory. Just 3. Then guard the first 3 hours of your day, like a soldier defends the city gates. Because discipline isn't about squeezing more into your schedule, it's about deciding what matters before the world decides for you. Here's the drill. Tomorrow morning, don't touch your phone until you've written your 3 outcomes. Block them on your calendar. Then, when interruptions come, and they will, you'll know whether to say yes or no, because you've already chosen your yes. Your day is a battlefield. Either you command it, or it commands you. Which side of that equation do you want to be on? Section 3. Truth. 3. Practice morning reflection. Marcus Aurelius didn't start his mornings with gossip, complaints, or worries. His journal was a training ground, a rehearsal space for his own mind. Each dawn, he reminded himself, patience, courage, justice, self-control. He knew the world would test him, so he armed himself before stepping out the door. Imagine doing the same. While the kettle whistles, take 60 seconds to write or speak a 2-line script to yourself. Today, I'll meet people who are rude, jealous, or insecure. I can't change them, but I can choose not to catch their mood. That tiny ritual is more powerful than any motivational playlist. It's a mental vaccine, antibodies against the office gossip, the road rage, or the family drama waiting to ambush you. Here's your drill. For the next 7 mornings, write 1 Stoic reminder on a sticky note and put it on your desk. Read it before you check email. Then watch how your reactions shift. The world will still throw curveballs, but instead of being surprised, you'll be ready. And readiness is half of discipline. Section 4. Truth. 4. Schedule like a Stoic general. Marcus Aurelius wasn't just a philosopher, he was an emperor, commanding armies while running the largest empire on earth. His secret wasn't luck, it was structure. He divided his days into clear blocks: rulings at dawn, strategy at midday, reflection at dusk. Think about your own day. Most people live by reaction, checking emails every 5 minutes, drifting from task to task, letting meetings pile up until there's no space left for what truly matters. No general would win a battle with that chaos. Your calendar is your battlefield. If you don't defend it, the world will invade it. Here's the Stoic drill. Label every 30-minute block of your day: deep work, admin, rest, family, recovery, even silence. Don't just hope to find time, assign it a place. When a request comes in that doesn't fit, protect your territory. Say, "I'm committed during that time, can we schedule another slot?" That one sentence, repeated daily, is a shield stronger than steel. Because discipline isn't about cramming more into your hours. It's about clarity, knowing exactly what each hour is for, and refusing to let chaos steal it. Your time is the empire of your attention. Govern it like a ruler, not a servant. Section 5. Truth 5. Train the body to steady the mind. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself often, comfort makes you soft, challenge makes you steady. He ate simply, marched with soldiers, endured cold baths and harsh winters. Why? Because training the body trains the mind. Modern life has done the opposite. We chase comfort in every corner, climate control at the touch of a button, food delivered to the couch, entertainment on demand. The result? A mind that panics at the first sign of stress because it's been sheltered from even the smallest hardship. The Stoics knew better. If you can't endure a cold morning or an empty stomach for a few hours, how will you endure betrayal, financial stress, or loss? Here's your drill. Once a week, choose one small discomfort on purpose. Take a cold shower. Skip the dessert you crave. Walk for 30 minutes in silence without your phone. Sleep without the luxury of your favorite pillow. These aren't punishments, they're practice. Every time you voluntarily step into discomfort, you send a message to your nervous system: I can handle this. I won't break. Little by little, the mind becomes as unshakable as the body, and when life throws a storm your way, you'll already be trained to stand tall in the rain. Section 6. Truth 6. Eliminate the invisible thieves. Marcus Aurelius warned against empty heads inventing empty distractions. He didn't know about TikTok, email, or Slack notifications, but he knew the danger of wasted attention. Today, the thieves don't break down your door. They live in your pocket, blue-lit rectangles that trick you into handing over your focus, minute by minute, hour by hour. By the end of the week, they've stolen whole days, and you barely noticed the crime. The Stoic solution is ruthless audit. Imagine yourself a mercenary tasked with protecting your attention. Go through your phone, delete the apps you open without remembering why. Mute the group chats that never lead anywhere. Guard the first and last hour of your day as sacred focus zones. No screens, no noise. Here's a drill for tonight. Before bed, set your phone in another room. When you wake, don't touch it until you've been awake for 30 minutes. Journal, breathe, drink water. Own the start of your day before anyone else can invade it. Every swipe saved is a coin dropped into the vault of your discipline, and just like money, those coins compound until you're rich in focus, while everyone else stays broke in distraction. Section 7. Truth 7. Turn obstacles into the way. Marcus Aurelius faced plague, betrayal, and years of civil war, yet he wrote, "The impediment to action advances action." What stands in the way becomes the way. Most people see obstacles as proof they should quit. A cancelled project, a boss who rejects their idea, an injury at the gym, and instantly the story becomes, why me? Why now? Maybe it's not worth it. But the Stoic flips the script. The obstacle isn't the enemy, it's the training ground. When the deal falls through, you gain a chance to practice patience. When the coworker mocks you, you practice restraint. When the alarm doesn't go off, you practice adaptability. Here's a drill. The next time you hit a wall, ask yourself 3 questions. 1. What's good about this? 2. What can I learn? 3. What's the next smallest step I can take? That 3-step pivot transforms setbacks into raw material. Suddenly, the world isn't conspiring against you, it's conspiring to make you stronger. Remember, the obstacle is not blocking your path. The obstacle is the path, and the faster you accept that, the faster you grow while others crumble. Section 8. Truth 8. Practice negative visualization. Marcus Aurelius often pictured loss, his throne, his wealth, even his children. At first glance, it sounds dark, but the Stoics called it premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of misfortune. And it wasn't about despair, it was about freedom. Think of it like this. Anxiety comes from being shocked when life doesn't go your way. But if you've rehearsed the worst, nothing can surprise you. Modern psychology confirms it. Visualizing setbacks lowers stress and raises gratitude. When you've already faced the storm in your mind, the actual rain feels lighter. Here's a drill. Tonight, spend 2 minutes imagining tomorrow goes wrong. The car won't start. The meeting collapses. Someone you love disappoints you. Let yourself feel it. Then breathe out the relief that it hasn't happened yet. Suddenly, your normal day feels like a gift. The car starting is no longer routine, it's a blessing. The coffee tastes richer. The arguments shrink in importance. Negative visualization doesn't make you pessimistic. It makes you resilient. Because when reality is harsh, you're ready. And when reality is kind, you're grateful. Either way, you win. Section 9. Truth 9. Stop complaining about others. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "How much time he saves who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does." Complaints are seductive. The boss is clueless. The driver is reckless. The neighbor is loud. And with each complaint, you feel a momentary release like steam hissing from a pipe. But what happens after? The problem remains, and your energy is gone. Stoicism teaches that every complaint is a withdrawal from your account of discipline. Gossip, envy, criticism, these drain willpower faster than any app or meeting. Here's the drill. Take a 24-hour complaint fast. Every time you're about to grumble about someone, pause. Instead, silently wish them growth or redirect the thought into action you can control. Notice what happens. Your shoulders drop, your breathing steadies, and you feel like you found an extra hour in the day. That's energy returning to you instead of leaking away. The truth is simple. Every moment you spend judging others is a moment you're not building yourself. And discipline is built only where your focus lives. Section 10. Truth 10. Remember, you could leave life right now. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, do not act as if you had 10,000 years to live. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good. We treat time like it's infinite scrolling, delaying, drifting as if tomorrow is guaranteed. But the Stoics kept mortality front and center, not to depress themselves, but to sharpen their choices. Think about it. If this were your last day, would you really spend it doom scrolling? Would you waste it stewing over an insult? Or would you pour yourself fully into the work, the people, the principles that matter? Here's your drill. Tonight, before sleep, ask one question. If I died in my sleep, would I be proud of how I spent today? Let the answer nudge tomorrow's choices. If the answer is yes, repeat it. If it's no, adjust. Memento mori, the memory of death, isn't meant to haunt you. It's meant to free you, to wake you up, to remind you that discipline isn't just about productivity. It's about living deliberately, because every day could be the last chance to do so. Pause for a second. Out of these 10 truths, which one felt like it was aimed straight at you? Don't overthink it. Pick just one. The one that stung, or the one that inspired. Now, decide the single action you'll take in the next 24 hours to practice it. Write it down, and then type it in the comments. Because here's the truth. Putting it into words doubles the odds you'll actually do it. And your comment might be the spark that helps another man, someone scrolling at midnight, choose strength instead of distraction. Section 11. Putting it together in a daily loop. Discipline isn't built in grand gestures, it's built in small loops, repeated daily until they become unshakable habits. Here's how you can take Marcus's 10 truths and weave them into one simple routine. Morning. Before the coffee is ready, write down your 3 priorities and 1 Stoic reminder. This sets your compass before the world tries to hijack it. Midday. Embrace 1 deliberate discomfort, a cold shower, a silent walk, or skipping an indulgence. Pair it with 1 digital deletion, an app, a notification, or a chat that steals focus. Evening. Spend 2 minutes with negative visualization. Picture tomorrow going wrong, then breathe out gratitude that today still held gifts. Follow it with a 1-line journal entry, where you drifted and where you stayed steady. That's it. 4 simple checkpoints. Stack them for 30 days, and discipline stops being a mystery novel. It becomes a boring, repeatable system. And boring is good. Boring is dependable. Boring is what allows you to build an empire, whether that empire is your business, your family, or simply the man you promised yourself you'd become. Section 12. The compound effect of Stoic discipline. Marcus Aurelius ruled for 19 years under constant siege, plague, rebellion, betrayal, yet he still found time to write the Meditations, lead armies, and govern the largest empire on earth. How? Not by sheer willpower, not by heroic bursts of energy, but by the steady compounding of small, disciplined choices, stacked day after day. That's the secret most people miss. Discipline isn't about doing something extraordinary once. It's about doing something ordinary, consistently, until it becomes unbreakable. Think about your own empire. Maybe it's a startup. Maybe it's a family. Maybe it's simply the project of becoming the man who keeps promises to himself. The math is the same. 1 focused day compounds into a focused week, into a focused month, into a life that commands respect without ever demanding it. The Stoics knew that discipline isn't sexy, it's steady. It's not fireworks, it's iron forged in repetition. Your future self is being built in the choices you're making today. Choose like a Stoic, and you'll look back years from now and realize you didn't just survive chaos, you mastered it. CTA 2. If this message gave you clarity, do 1 quick thing, hit like. That small action tells the algorithm to hand this video to the next man who's stuck doom scrolling at midnight, looking for a way out of his own chaos. And if you want weekly doses of Stoic tools, practical, no fluff strategies, you can use the same day. Subscribe now. That way, every week, you'll have a reminder to sharpen your mind before the world dulls it. Finally, share this with 1 friend. You know the one, the guy who keeps saying, "I've got to get my life together." Send him this, because discipline shared is discipline doubled. Conclusion. Marcus Aurelius left himself 1 final reminder. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. The 10 truths are now in your hand. The battlefield is your phone, your calendar, your very next breath. The victory isn't won someday in the future, it's won today, in the small choices you make after this video ends. You can let the world pull you into noise, or you can stand where Marcus stood, calm in the chaos, disciplined in the storm, unshakable in a world that wants you scattered. The war is here. The tools are ancient. The choice is yours. Close this video, take a breath, and step into the day as if Marcus himself were watching over your shoulder.